if you want, we can also just get started. And if you wanna, it's like no worries. If you wanna say something, you can just text in the chat. If I'm not in this window, then I'll probably not hear it easily. Someone calls me on Discord right now. Hey Andy, we're all in the Hyperfi world for the Caturday session. It's on hyperfi.io/roots club. Yes, exactly. This site can't be reached. Which kind of browser are you using? Chrome. Chrome works usually. Yes, Hyperfi. No, wait. So it's actually Hyperfi, like no flies around. Okay, cool. See you in a bit then. Okay, bye. Okay, that was sweet. Andy couldn't find the name. I should post more links about it, I think. Not as bad as before, but it's still a bit noisy. Yeah, it's still a bit bad. Yeah. Okay, cool. Awesome. All right, cool. But thanks you're here, and yeah, thanks everyone for coming. I actually already downloaded the beta, this one, but if you haven't checked out the plugin before, one important thing to note is that it will only work on Blender 3.0 or higher. So in the best case, if you want to get started with that plugin, even if you have like an older Blender version where you have like your plugins that you like to use, I have that. That's why I didn't want to uninstall my old version, my 2.9 or something. But you can just install Blender, the new version again, and like run them both at the same time as well. So that is really good. And also this latest version has like a couple of bug fixes and whatnot. So it's really good if you just download that last one. And yeah, and this is the plugin. So you can get it from FreebirdXR.com. And this guy is really, really active on the Discord. So I would also really recommend for you to join the Discord. He's also really listening to the community and being like super open for suggestions and also helping with any kind of issues. So yeah, I would really recommend to get in touch. It's a really cool tool. And I'm definitely recommending it from what I tried so far. Also regarding the roadmap, it sounds like there's a lot to be coming soon. All right. That was it so far with the plugins. Are you all doing good over here? Cool. All right. Then I'm just going to change my share to Blender. And I think I'm just going to share my whole screen because it doesn't want to share just Blender for whatever reason. So here we are in Blender, and I'm actually still in VR. I didn't even notice. So how we're installing the plugin inside of Blender is we're just going to go to Edit. preferences, and then we get this menu. And then here we have a tab, add-ons. So there's all kinds of other stuff, but add-ons is where we want to go. And then we go on install and we check our downloads for the zip file. So we don't even unzip it. We're just going to go in our downloads and find it. You hopefully don't have like a million downloads, but this is basically what we want. I already have it installed. So if you don't, then just like hit this button and then it's going to show up here, and maybe you still have to check this little checkbox. But as soon as you did that, you should see this button up here that says Start VR. And that's basically already it. So this is really, really simple and it works super seamless. So when I basically go here, Start VR, like you probably see my Steam here. That's not awake. Let's see if it works. Yeah, so you see it also says Blender, and it just like really seamlessly switched into the Blender VR application. And you don't see my screen, right? You don't see what I'm doing right here. Thought I would share that. Anyhow, you probably see what I'm doing when I'm doing things. Yeah, so you see I created a tube, at least like what you can see over here, that it's there. And then I'm just gonna change out of the VR mode to show you probably that it shows up over here. So if I go stop VR, oh, I was painting up here, so maybe that's why you didn't see it. You see that like whatever I painted just inside of the VR is just here in my normal thing inside of Blender, and it just like really works seamlessly. So the developer of this plugin is also working with the Blender team, and apparently gets also a lot of help and support. So they're working, like Blender is working with OpenXR, and so apparently therefore it also works really well with any headset through Steam VR. I didn't try it myself on Oculus, but if any of you tried it on another headset, definitely let me know. I think Amused, you tried it with the Pico headset. Yeah. 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 And what is also cool is that he is inspired by Tilt Brush a lot. So just going to start the VR again and see if you can see if I paint right next to it. So what is inspired by Tilt Brush is basically that the button strand, like how you press, how much you press the trigger button, is impacting the thickness of your stroke. So if you just press a little bit and then you press more, it doesn't work too well on index. I think this is something that might work better on Oculus controllers, but you have to really find a good pace and stroke to kind of make that happen well. But yeah, I think you see the things as I'm painting them on there, right? So what you can also do really easily is erase stuff just like that with clicking with the eraser. It must be spooky for you. You're just seeing like a ghost kind of thing doing things here. But yeah, so you can also just make basic shapes. So this is basically a cube and a sphere that that I can just like place like that, and then I can also grab them and copy them like that. So basically, if I wanna copy an object, that's not copying a sphere, that's just making a new sphere. I do know it does work. Maybe I have to first select it. So you can select things and then move them around. And then if you click with the trigger button, then you actually copy them. Before I was just making new little spheres. So yeah, so first hit the select tool that you actually have the thing selected, and then you can move it around. And then when you click anywhere with the trigger button, you're basically making a copy of it. All right. So the eraser works though without selecting them before. What we also have is edit. So we can edit a whole couple of different things. Like we can edit the vertex, edge, the faces, and also bevel. So these are kind of all the standard functionalities that you can do inside Blender. But obviously, as you can see it here in 3D, it's a whole different thing. So I have to first, again, select the thing. And there was another copy of it inside. And then I go edit and take one of the faces that I have selected now. And I'm just thinking which is in your view. This one must be in your view. Yeah, so I can select the face and then like move it around. Just like that. Like I'm just like pulling on it to do that. And you can, yeah, select them separately or select like more of them. And yeah, you can bevel things. That's also pretty cool how that works in here. Like very intuitive. When I try this one, for example, I just pull like a little bit on such a string thing that comes up. And this basically like bevels all the edges for me. Oopsie. So what is also very cool, and I think this is what he first started with this tool. Just gonna get rid of that stuff. Is the drawing feature, just like a pen drawing feature. So it has like a normal pen. Is this in your view? Draw like whatever kind of cat or something, and so what you can do then is you can also have straight lines, which is pretty helpful. I can probably just like zoom out here a bit so you can see my amazing cat. And then you can go into, again, like the selection mode, and then you can go into the edit mode. And you can see how the stripe consists of all kinds of different points that you can pull. So now, like what I'm pulling are just like the vertex points, and so I can make some wrinkles for Alice, and you can basically, do all of that after you made this initial stroke. And I really like it, actually. I hope Alice is gonna forgive me. I'm gonna try and make a cat belly right now. So you can basically, like in tilt brush or an open brush, like draw out these volumes. The bad thing with that is a bit that you see that when you select it and then go into the edit mode, that it just has like a million polygons. So that's kind of not very cool, but you can optimize that obviously later in Blender as well. So this is more like for also prototyping, like drawing or blocking out your room or your environment or your character. And also there's going to be a lot of features added that are going to make that even easier for you. So same sketch, different mode. I actually just decided to record this little part afterwards because I noticed I didn't have the VR view. on before, and you couldn't really see what I do on my controllers. And I only discovered that at the end of the first testing session. So now we're back in Freebird XR. It's a beta plugin. It's being developed currently. There's a really nice and helpful community on their Discord as well. I think you should really check it out. Yeah, so I'll just continue playing around a bit with the plugin over here. So just getting rid of a few things, and then I'm gonna just show you how to make like a basic thing in here. And what you can't do right now inside of here, which is a bit annoying, is to cut. But you can do that in the 2D Blender, obviously. And I'm also really looking forward to the mirror tool. All right, cool. I think, yeah, you saw the menu. You can edit a lot of things. You can edit the faces, the edges, the like vertexes, and you can bevel in here as well. You have this cute thing, which is like a 3D grid. So wherever you move your controller, there's like a 3D grid. And I think it really helps, especially like if you're drawing something, you're like, okay, I'm going to make this shape in that way because I know there's dimension, and it helps to like align your stroke in 3D space. Yeah, so I think that is something that's definitely really helpful and worth pointing out. Gonna change back, like you can change the modes inside of the plugin, but you can change them over here. Yeah, so you cannot copy something and shrink it right away, but you actually have to copy it in the same size and then size it, and then basically put it to the position you want it to be at. Yeah, that should be implemented, I think. You see like the thing is still moving, but the copy is not. Yeah, so what I actually wanted to do with this thing is I need to cut these things out, and I can't do that in here right now. So I'm going to go back to my 2D Blender and do that. And then maybe I'm going to keep filming, or otherwise we'll just do another session when the plugin is a bit further developed to check out all the new tools and features. See you. We can hopefully all sleep well. Such a confusing thing.
Thanks for sharing. Really nice.
Yeah, for sure. And thanks for coming. Like, I love that stuff, just to like hang out with people and like check out new tools. And we actually want to do this more or less, more or less every Saturday, like Caturdays, always at the same time. And sometimes we skip one, but usually like, yeah, that's a good time to just like, also if you have anything to share that you want to share, feel free to let me know. And there's options that you can be added to collaborator as a collaborator to the world, and then you can also share your screen if someone wants to do that. Yeah, most of the pictures and stuff is done in Midjourney, and the world around that you can see, that's my club in Somnium Space. There, like this world actually exists inside of Somnium Space, and We also do like events there and parties, CSER channels, so definitely. And yeah, but this is definitely more accessible for sharing knowledge and just like learning about tools and tricks and whatnot. Somnium is more for the really immersive stuff for like parties and whatnot. Um, and yeah, and I will definitely also stream the Somnium parties inside of here. So that people that don't have VR or don't get into Somnium because of their PCs or something can just like watch the stream also in a bit of a 3D setup at least. And also there's one other world, if you're interested in NFTs, where you can mint a hoverboard just for gas fees. Actually, if you go into this direction, there's actually a portal to it as well. This one. So if you're gonna go in there, there's like an hoverboard. Like you can basically connect your MetaMask wallet and then just like mint it. It's my own contract. Like it's the Rootcat collection, which is just like for testing and trying stuff out. And this is one of my first drops for of this collection, this hoverboard. And yeah, if you just like aren't super experienced with like minting things or whatnot, that's a nice thing to try around because it's basically just gas fee. So it's like probably $1 or $2 Ethereum that you pay with gas, and then you get this model as an NFT. And actually I can pull that out right here because here you can add NFTs, and this one is on my wallet. So I can just go in my menu and then pull out this hoverboard. So that's the thing that you get then. And then you can make collision on it as well. And so people could like add double space. Yeah, so yeah, so this was also the first time I minted such a thing. And yeah, you can also make it bigger. So you can now like it's like tucked on there. Yeah, it's a non-functional hoverboard because it's not hovering and it's just standing there. It's a sculpture basically. Yeah, there's not much more than the thing, and not much more in this world than this hoverboard. But yeah, this was the first contract. I deployed it with Remix, which is like a web-based coding interface for Solidity, or like a Solidity compiler and all of that stuff. It has a lot of integrations and plugins. And if you're interested, I can also show that sometime on a Caturday, how to use Remix for blockchain contracts. But it was pretty straightforward, actually. Like once I found this contract that actually works pretty well, which is a multi-drop contract of like an 1155, like a ERC 1155 token, which that one is. And then I can basically for each new drop write on the contract the new drop, including the metadata and everything. So yeah, let me know if you like ever wanna check that out sometime. Cool. Yes. Yeah, it's a pretty deep rabbit hole. So there's like all kinds of details as well about it. But this one was fairly simple to set up actually. And then it's about like where you save your metadata and so on, like with there's like different IPFS services that you can use. So then it starts getting pretty deep as well. But yeah, And yeah, if you want to check it out, this world should be pretty small. Then we could just jump in this world or in any other world as well if you like. And yeah, just thanks for coming. I'm really enjoying having people here.
Thanks for sharing. Really nice.
Cool.
I'm gonna try a Minto hoverboard later.
Yeah, when you walk through this area, then you get teleported on the cat. You're on the cat's shoulder.